This is Prashant
and Sherry reporting for
BBC News School Report. Nowadays, social networking is prominent in the society. From teenagers to adults, all are hooked to it. Gurpya reports on this issue.
Social networking in today's world has become the most common activity among students' life. It is the cheapest and the fastest way to stay connected to our near and dear ones. It has become the most important part of a student's life. Nowadays, almost every student takes out a little time for surfing and chatting on his favorite social networking site. It's affecting a student's life in many ways. Students have started living more in their own virtual world rather than the real world. Students are getting diverted from their studies and are giving more importance to these networking sites. Due to these networking sites, students have also become lethargic and obese. Besides all these ill effects, social networking sites also have some positive sides. Networking sites keep us updated and also increases our social circle and also develops interest in technology.
Ma'am, what do you know about any social networking sites?
See, actually, to be honest, I am not very, you can say very techno-friendly. So I personally, I am not, very much into this social working sites. But I've heard of few sites like Facebook and Twitter.
So do you think that your child is sitting on any social networking site?
Yes, I often find him. He uses Facebook.
So how do you see that your child sits on any social networking site for so long?
See, if he has done his work, if he's through with his homework and he has completed his assignment, and if he has nothing to do, then I don't mind him sitting for some time. But then if he hangs on there for say more than 1 hour or 1.5 hours, neglecting his studies and or his outdoor activities and not listening to what I am saying and not doing his part of work, so then I really get annoyed.
So do you think that it has improved as a child as a person, or has it had bad effects on your life?
See, I haven't observed any. The only bad effect which I have observed is that the time he devotes, the quantity of time he devotes, and the good thing is, okay, he is in touch with many people, with his friends, and sometimes he comes up with some, and also with his cousins and relatives. Which otherwise, we are these days, because of our busy schedule, we are not able to, take out time and meet them so frequently. So in that way, he tells me that, so and so cousin is up to this, and so and so relative is.
The equipped libraries.
So that way, he becomes social. Yes, he is getting social, and he is in touch, and he is keeping track of his friends and relatives. So that way it's good.
Ma'am, do you know about any social networking sites?
Yes, I do. I know one social networking. So many.
So are you connected to any social networking site?
Yes, I am. I am on Facebook.
Okay. So do you think it has any advantage or
they have the advantages or disadvantages also, but I think their advantages are more.
Okay, is your child there using any social networking site?
Yes. So, yeah, he is.
Is he for long?
Sometimes long, sometimes short, sometimes very less time, sometimes. But he is on.
Don't you have any problem with it? Sitting for
yes,
so long?
He loses his study time. He loses so many things. But what to do? It's like that only.
So has it improved him as a person?
Little bit, yes, of course. Yeah, so many ways.
Have you seen any a good trait in him after using Facebook?
Yeah,
or any social networking site?
Yes, he can speak better English. He knows something more. He is socializing also.
Use any social networking sites?
Yes.
How?
I don't find it that
Yes, I do use
social networking sites, but it's mainly out of just checking once or twice in a day. That's it.
Okay.
Sometimes I don't check it for even days.
Okay. So do you feel they are helpful in your studies or some way?
I think little bit. I won't say exactly like helping in studies. Basic motive of joining that by whatever creating that account is that only so that I can keep in touch with my friends, because it's not possible to meet in this hectic day of life.
Okay.
To meet everyone. Plus with this, like I'm using Facebook, there are so many information news that I get from Facebook that I can't get from any other things. Like I don't get time for television or net, something like that.
Yes, yes. So do you also think, how do you think, at what age does a student should start using them?
Well, it's a debatable question because I started my account after coming to this university, after I did my +2, and only when I saw that my fellow classmates on the Facebook. Before they were using Awkward, but I never used Awkward because I didn't feel like doing that.
Okay.
So just to connect with my old school friends, I joined this social network sites. But now as generations are coming, like my juniors are coming, I'm in MSc first year, and my juniors second year, first year, they already had their accounts in school days. And I somehow feel that these days our younger generations are going very fast. So at least should not be, I can't say about the age limit, but surely after 10th or +2.
Okay. Do you think does it hamper your personality in some way? Or it can hamper?
Or it has helped you to develop your personality in any way?
It's possible, yes. Like some of my friends I don't contact very much, and I have updated information about my work that I've done, like career wise or studies wise. I have updated on my profile, so they have seen it and read it, and when I sometimes coincidentally met them, they said that you have done a lot of work. So it's like my professional profile.
Motivated.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Are you aware of any social networking sites, and do you find them beneficial to you in your daily life?
Yes, I am. I'm hooked on to Facebook, one of the largest used social networking sites and the most popular one amongst the ones of my age group. And I do find it useful, as right now I'm from Bareilly and I'm not in my hometown. So I find it convenient to remain in touch with my friends, my teachers and my relatives who are all in Bareilly. So it's really useful and beneficial.
Okay, so how much time do you devote to your social networking?
As in, there's no fixed quota. Whenever I feel like I need refreshment or I need to chat with one of my knowns, so I just log in.
Okay, so don't you think that this is hampering your education, or you're devoting much time to it and which you can utilize for your studies and other activities, or you're becoming more inclined to your static daily life than your active social life?
No, I feel that all this stuff is in our hand, as we need to control and we need to fix out and chop out time for every stuff. So I don't find it that harmful.
So do you think it is okay for a 13-year-old or a 14-year-old to get hooked on to a social networking site?
For a 13 or 14-year-old to hook on to a social website, I don't find it that fruitful.
Okay.
As there are few elements on such sites which carry away and lure the students, and they might not be beneficial for them. And as in this age, they don't have the correct sense of judgment also.
Okay. So thank you so much, Rohan. This was Rohan from Bareilly.
Thank you, Gurpriya. Education in Chandigarh has come up in a big way, and Punjab University is no exception. Apurva has some information on it.
Punjab University is an important education hub which brings together the students from all over the world. It provides courses in every field, from whether it is fashion, or languages or sciences. Spread over an area of 2.2 square kilometers, it holds various departments of science, arts, fashion and mass communication. Besides basic education, it also provides the students with various courses in sports. It has honors courses for the undergraduate in the science stream and postgraduate courses in all the other streams. For the convenience of the foreign students, Punjab University has a separate foreign department which provides them with all information needed about the course and the facilities provided to them. The huge campus comprises of sufficient hostels for all the students who require it. The hostels are provided with internet facilities which helps them in every possible way. For recreation, well-equipped libraries and student center provides the students with a respite from the busy schedule. Punjab University has 172 affiliated colleges under it. The Central A.C. Joshi Library has 6 lakhs, 50,000 books and 1,50,000 periodicals, and the reading hall is open for 24 hours. Punjab University has 58 teaching and research departments and 10 centers for teaching and research at the main campus. Punjab University also has the National Center for Human Genome Studies and Research, which was established in 2002 under the sponsorship of UGC to promote molecular biology.
Thank you, Apur. Le Corbusier planned the city beautiful about 60 years ago. His dream was to build the most developed city in the subcontinent. His dream came true in the year 1953. For about 50 years, the city developed according to his plans. But in recent years, the city has undergone some changes. Jashin will tell us about it.
Chandigarh, also known as the City Beautiful, is the cleanest city in India, which has banned the use of polythene. The roundabouts are blooming with flowers and shady trees alongside the routes. It is also an economically important city, having the highest per capita income in India. Apart from these achievements, there is another side to the city. This is the dumping ground in Toga area in Chandigarh, where the non-biodegradable waste is burned, polluting the entire city. This especially affects the residents of the area and the students of St. Stephen's School here. When the authorities responsible were questioned, they were not even aware of the problem. As promised, this should have been solved years ago, but it is still there and is engulfing the city beautiful.
Thank you, Jason. In a hectic schedule, people in Chandigarh still find time to enlighten their souls admiring the natural beauty. Sahib reports on the Chrysanthemum Show.
The Chrysanthemum Show at the Terrace Garden in Sector 33 Chandigarh was a delightful break from the monotony of life and adds more color to the beauty of the city beautiful. The main aim of this particular show was to encourage people to silently enjoy the beauty of its full bloom. At the Chrysanthemum Show, you will see all colors of bloom in white, yellow, pink, maroon and red smiling at you. Different categories and varieties of beautiful flowers and their surrounding will make you stop and stare in admiration. Besides the natural beauty, the man-made creativity in which flowers were designed into shapes of animals like sparrows, kangaroos, and also in the shape of boats made a nice backdrop for a family photo.
Thank you, Sahil. One of the most prominent and important health centers in North India is PGI. Working round the clock, the doctors at PGI have a tough time taking care of each one of them. Jashin reports.
PGI is the second largest hospital of North India. It caters to the patients from all over the world. It is a well-occupied hospital which specializes in each and every medical field. It has an active faculty of 457 doctors and 1200 resident doctors. But still, the pressure and the inflow of patients do not give respite to the doctors. Also, the patients having the BPL card and are below the poverty line are taken care of by writing off the charges. Dr. Prabhakar from Neurology Department said that the charges of poor people are taken on by the doctors.
Thank you, Jashin. The management in St. Stephen's School does not only give priority to education but sports as well. Athletic meet was organized in the school on 17th of December. 3 reports from the school grounds.
An annual athletic meet was organized at St. Stephen's School Toga on 17 December 2011, spreading the message, let's join hands to fight corruption across the globe. As part of the meet, A cross-country race were organized by the school. There was mass participation by the students. They ran spreading the message to save the planet Earth. The program started with a march past followed by colorful drills and a number of track events, including the relay race. All the athletes were awarded with a participation certificate and the winners with medals.
Thank you, Sri. Let's see the weather conditions in Chandigarh and Chandigarh.
Weathermen predict that the next few days are going to witness thick mist and to medium fog in Tri-City. Mr. Surinder Pal, Director of Meteorological Department, said, with colder days ahead, we expect that fog and smog, which currently start to appear later in the day, would now start to appear early. Steep fall in temperature in Tri-City is proving to be distressing for travellers regardless of them travelling by trains, buses or airplanes. Fog has reduced the visibility, causing a series of repercussions in the transport system.
Thank you, Tanjeshwar. This was our
BBC News School Report.